नमस्ते, प्रणाम, गीता ध्यान। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। Oh, O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकीं परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. O son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. And today we are reading the 13th shloka of the fourth adhyaya, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And Sri Krishna is today going to tell us about the Chatur Varna, the four castes. And before that, in the 11th and 12th shloka, Sri Krishna has clearly told us that depending on the intensity or intention with which people approach me, I fulfill their wishes. And in the 12th shloka he has said, for the worldly minded, when they seek something of a lower order, when they seek something pertaining to these worldly enjoyments or anything dealing with the worldly matters, their wishes get fulfilled a bit faster. Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. In this world of human beings, when people desire of things of lower consequence, like we spoke about that example yesterday, that if I want to eat mango, I get a desire. I say, oh Lord, I want to eat mango. What should I do? Lord says, okay, place an order. Either go to market and buy it. If you are not in a position to go to market and buy that mango, order it online. In 2 hours time, mango will be delivered at your residence. Cut the mango, eat it. That's it. Fulfill that desire. All these kind of lower desires, wishes, they get fulfilled immediately for that, very quickly. Maybe a matter of few minutes, few hours, few years. But if you are seeking high, if I am seeking illumination, if I am seeking Brahmajnana, if I am seeking liberation, I may have to wait for births and births and births. It is not that it will come immediately. So Krishna has said in the 12th shloka that for the lower category of wishes, that those kind of karmas, the results are very quick. But now since he has spoken about the lower qualities of karma and the higher qualities of karma in the 11th shloka, that he said that with whatever intention people approach me, I reciprocate their wishes, their desires, their seeking to that extent. If someone seeks liberation, yes, God is very happy, the Lord is very happy, Mother is very happy to fulfill that desire. Now, how one starts have these aspirations, how one starts having these wishes and these desires, it all depends on their constitution of the gunas with which they are formed. And Sri Krishna has said that the moment he created this Prakriti, this creation, he also created those gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, which bind the being in a delusion. So now Sri Krishna is explaining to us how it works actually, how he has made it to work. Sri Krishna says, Chaturvarnyam maya srushtam guna karma vibhagashah tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. Chaturvarnam maya srushtam. Maya srushtam is I have created. I have created what? Chaturvarnyam, the four castes. The four castes that we are familiar with, the Brahmin, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya and the Shudra. These are created by me guna karma vibhagashaha, by dividing, by distributing the guna and the karma. Sri Krishna doesn't say that this caste, the four castes that the Lord has created are, based on the inheritance of the birth. No. The castes, they depend on the type of the karma that person is going to perform. Now, by birth, I may be a Brahmin. But if I am involved in conducting business affairs, if I am involved in taking care of the finances of the business and all these things, then I am as good as a Vaishya. If I am a Brahmin, but I am working in the armed forces, I am a Kshatriya then. I am doing karma of a Kshatriya. If I am born as a Kshatriya, but I am teaching to the students as a professor in the university, then I am verily a Brahmin. So based on the karma, and this, what determines what kind of karma we are going to do? Krishna says it is the guna vibhaga. The gunas that have been allotted to the beings by me, they determine the type of karma they are going to do, and accordingly they fit into that category of the caste. Now, tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. Tasya kartaram apimam. Tasya says thereof. Kartaram, the author. I am actually monitoring everything. I am doing. I am the creator. I am the kartara. I am the doer. Lord is the doer. Tasya kartaram api mam vidya kartaram avyayam. Although I am the doer of all these things, I allocate the gunas and the karmas to the beings and fit them accordingly in that four types of castes. I am doing everything, but tasya kartaram api mam vidhi. Vidhi is know for sure. Akartaram avyayam. Although I am doing it, but I am not doing it. I am not doing it as I doing it. I don't take the ownership of it. I am doing it fine. It is God's Leela. It is the Lord's Leela. It is His play. Fine. But even God doesn't take the ownership. And here in this world, a small thing we do and our egos get so much inflated. I have done it. Even the God says, Vidya kartaram, vidhi akartaram. That although I have done it, but I am not, I am a non-doer. And I am avyayam. I am immutable. I am changeless. I cannot get involved in all these things. Fine, I may have done it, but because action is not part of me, the Lord. The Lord is Satchitananda. That is the ultimate reality of the Lord, ultimate definition of the Lord. So Lord says, the fourfold caste was created by me by the different distribution of karma and guna. Though I be the author thereof, though I may be the creator thereof, though I may be the doer thereof, but I am actionless. I don't have ownership of doing anything. I am not the doer and I am changeless. Since I am changeless, since I am actionless, I am not committed to do anything specific. It is happening, it is a play. Creation is effected by variation and distribution of gunas. The jiva in whom sattva guna predominates is classified as Brahmana. That is the real definition of the Brahmana. He is a Kshatriya in whom sattva seasoned with rajas prevails. Because Kshatriya has to perform so many activities. Kshatriya has to protect the people from unrighteous, people who are doing atrocities, who are carrying out atrocities on the people. So Kshatriya has to protect the people from the evil, from the wicked. The main third rank is the Vaishya, which is imbued mainly with Rajas and a little bit of Sattva and Tamas. And in Shudra, the last man, Tamas regulated by Rajas is in the forefront. So depending on the gunas, our desires, they keep on. The way we wish to work, the way we conduct our duties, the way we perform our work is determined by these three gunas, how they are proportioned in our beings. More of sattva, automatically the person gets the Brahmanical tendencies of doing the work. Good to all. Spread the knowledge. Uplift those who are in the dark. Show light to them. That is the real duty of the Brahmin. Those who are involved with more rajas, active, and also sattva, they are the Kshatriyas. They are the protectors. They are the preservers. And then there are Vaishyas who have rajas with tamas as well as sattva. So they are, kind of maintaining the well-being of the people, providing them of what they want, that kind of the karma. And finally, it is the Shudra, which is predominantly tamas, basically inertia. When people feeling lethargic, not doing anything, just sitting idle, and Krishna says that is the worst thing to happen to anyone. One must, continuously, one must keep on doing some work. That's what Sri Krishna has told us in the Karma Yoga. Never sit idle. But the more the tamas, the tendency to sit idle, it increases in the same proportion. The worth of man is in the mind and not in the body. Mind has its color according to the guna. As man evolves, guna and mind, which are interrelated, also get refined. As we progress from tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva, automatically there is change in our outlook, the behavior, our way of working also. From Shudrahood to Brahmanhood, man evolves mentally, passing through Vaishyahood and Kshatriyahood, and then finally, from the bottommost, it reaches the topmost. Like Valmiki saint, who was just a Shudra, he was a hunter, he was a robber, he was a killer, Valya. From there, through his austerities, through his dedication, through his devotion from the level of Shudra. Saint Valmiki rose up to the level of the Brahmin. So that is how the way we grow up, the way we evolve in our gunas mentally, we also grow up in our stature from the Shudrahood to the Brahmanhood. The enlightened alone see into the color of mind and know who is who among men. It is only the enlightened. It is only the ones who have reached the level of Brahmin, not by birth. Those who have reached the level of Brahmins by their gunas, by predominant sattva, by their good karmas. Only they can know who among the men is the enlightened one. The worldly man's classification of himself into four castes based on birth and parentage is merely a convention, hardly ever tallying with his attainments. We see it. Today, I mean, just for the sake of putting our castes, we put Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Rudra, but then ask ourselves, are we belonging to that caste? But the Vedanta philosophical position is that among the four brothers, all the four varnas may be evident. Yes. One may be scholarly, one may be devoted, one may be aspiring to get the enlightenment. Only that son is entitled to call himself a Brahmin, although born of Brahmin parents. The son who doesn't want to get into all these things, who wants to get rid of the wicked, get rid of the evil, and protect the family. He is in fact a Kshatriya. He is not a Brahmin by just because of his parentage, his parents being Brahmin. No. The real classification is based on the degree of ethical and spiritual perfection. Things sentient and insentient are all constituted by the three gunas. They lend themselves, therefore, to the natural division of the four varnas mentioned by the Lord. Like we have discussed all through this particular shloka, that it is the gunas which determine the way the person is going to perform his karma, and that determines to which caste the person belongs. If the social structure fabricated by man conforms with the divine plan of the fourfold caste, there is progress in society. But it deteriorates to the extent it deviates from the divine plan. God never determined the castes, as based on birth. Okay, those were the opportunities given. Yeah, I have born in this caste, I have born in this religion. Okay, but who I am actually, it depends on who I am, the way I behave, the way I perform my duties, the way I take up, the duties in the life, that determine who I am among these four castes. That again is determined by the three gunas, which the Lord says that I have given them. And at the end, Sri Krishna says, although I am creator, I am the doer, but I have not done anything. I don't get attached. Because why this happens? Because Lord is not attached to anything. Lord is not attached to the karma that he does. It is his play. And because why this happens? Because the Lord is avyaya. The Lord is changeless. Since there is no change. Anything that is impermanent has change. Anything that is destructible is changeable, has vyaya. But the Lord is avyaya. So Lord says, I am not part of it. I am not the owner. Amen. Okay, I may have written this book, but I am not actually the writer. I may have created this, but I am not. I am beyond it. For me, there is no creation, there is no preservation, there is no destruction. Don't put these things on me. These are all my wish. I did it, but I don't own it. So that was Sri Krishna's teaching to Arjuna and to all of us, that how the castes got created, how they started, getting molded by the gunas and the karma that they have to do, and accordingly, people have to understand that ultimately it is all the God's work. And when God says, "I am not the doer," how can we claim that we are doers? We are just the instruments. Like the God Himself is just an instrument for that matter of that divine will, the eternal will. So there we are on this 13th shloka of the Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.